So, Brett Clark with Main Street Home Loans. If you haven't been here before, make sure that you continue to subscribe down below. Make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any educational things on how you can get better mortgages or, find the best thing for you or continue to live the American dream. So today we're going to talk about the differences between the first-time homebuyer programs and then just the standard conventional loan. And just to kind of prepare you for that, there are so many more loans than that out there. So here in North Carolina, every state is different with first-time homebuyer programs, and most of them work off of state bonds. They have very, very strict guidelines for them, and we use every single income inside your house, whether they're on the loan or not, for your cap. And so every year they change, so reach out to me if you want to know what those caps are. But right now, their credit minimum is 640. So you have to have a credit score of over 640 if you want their down payment assistance. The one thing I'll tell you about that, if you don't stay in the house for 15 years, you're going to pay it back. For the first 10 years, it's just sitting there. At year 11 to 15, it drops at 20% every year until the very end where it just cuts off. And for moving out of your house, it's not just selling your house in 15 years. If you move out and you turn it into an investment property, or you move your parents into it, or whatever it may be, if that is not your primary residence, you have to pay it back immediately. So take that into consideration when you're looking at your 15-year plans, which is really, really hard because I don't know where I'm going to be in 2023. Hopefully in North Carolina, but we never know. So take that into consideration. If you're looking for $8,000 of down payment assistance, they have the program for you, but when is that $8,000 potentially going to come back out of your pocket? It could come out of your seller when you're selling your house. It would just be paid off. So take that into consideration. Another thing that I want to say with that is there's no such thing as free money. So they are higher interest rates than what we're going to give. And again, they come with a contingency at the end. So there's a possibility that right now you don't have the cash. You get into the program, a higher interest rate for the entire thing, and then you end up having to pay the money back at the end anyways. Why did you get that? The one thing I would tell you is with Main Street Home Loans, we are very flexible with working for you and what works best for you. When it comes to interest rates, you really can have any interest rate on the market, but you're going to pay for it or we're going to pay you for it. And by saying that, there's lender credits that we can give you. So if the standard right now is in the 3s, but you don't have money, we have that flexibility of potentially raising it just to give you some extra money back on the back end to help you with closing costs. 9 times out of 10, that's a better option for you, but you need to find a lender for one. One is going to answer your questions, and 2 is going to be honest with you. What is best for your financial goals? And if they're not willing to answer your questions, they're probably hiding something else. So when you're looking at the differences between the first-time homebuyer program here in North Carolina and the conventional program, make sure that you do your due diligence of what the stipulations are. At Main Street Home Loans, we do a lot of the bond loans in Virginia and Maryland. They are totally different programs. So if you're in Virginia, if you're in Maryland, if you're in Florida, check with somebody that is there licensed. I only do North Carolina because I want to be a specialist on the products for the people here or the people moving to North Carolina. I can know the little tiny details, and so I can educate you on those, but make sure you reach out to somebody that's qualified and licensed in those other states so they can give you all of the details. And just make sure you're choosing what's best for you. A lot of people see the 0% down VA loan, they're like, well, why can't I have that? Well, there is a USDA or Department of Agriculture loan that is also a 0% down. You just have to live outside of the city center. And so there are options out there, but does your lender know about them? Does your lender even want to talk to you about them to help you out? So when you're looking at these different programs, make sure that they're tailoring a loan for you, a mortgage for you. They understand what you're looking for because they've asked the right questions, and the loan is your loan, not a cookie cutter lender loan that's just used down the street.